Okay, so I have this already set up. I'm making this video just to give you another view of how you can work with epoxy. And in this case, I'm gonna use the Promarine epoxy. And this epoxy is like 70 bucks on Amazon. This is part A and part B. The part A is the epoxy and the part B is the hardener. So the same amount you do on part A, you have to do on the hardener. So if you do 5 ounces of the epoxy, then you have to put 5 ounces of hardener, and then you have to mix it in one of these cans or anything, clean stick, stirring, and then put it in whatever areas you need. So in this case, I fill this gap. I'm gonna simulate like a river, go around, I mean not around, in the middle of the TV stand. So I'm gonna do all the middle of the table looking like a river, and it's gonna be a light underneath, and those lights are gonna like running on one direction. That way you will see like a river is running. So the process is gonna be a little longer, but that's fine. I'm gonna take a little bit of the epoxy around of these areas. That way I can feel the grain, because in this case I want the grain full feel to get a glass finish. So I can feel the epoxy really hard to work in. I just wanna make sure that I can use the most I can to cover pretty much all the piece, and then I'm gonna be done. So we have a problem right here with all those bubbles, but this is a tricky to get those bubbles off. Here is a torch. You can find a torch pretty much everywhere. So you're gonna pass the torch in those areas where the bubbles are, and you can see it even in the video how the bubbles just disappear. See all those clean marks that I made? That's the bubbles. They just disappear. As soon as I pass with the torch, then the bubbles are disappear, and I have my color just in the areas that I need. It's not a simple job, because if you're not focusing what you are doing, you can catch fire, because the epoxy, remember, it's all chemical, so you have to be very careful, otherwise you can have a problem. So, and then you can pass the torch a couple of times. As soon as I finish to pass the torch, then the bubbles come out again. It's weird. I don't know why, but I can see them. I was doing this before, and that's why I know how to deal with this. It looks pretty nice. See why I put that color? Because I'm gonna give the effect that if the river is over the table right on the middle, so this is gonna be just one part of 3 parts from a TV stand or entertainment center. So this is pretty much it. See, I don't know if you can see all the bubbles, but there is a lot of bubbles because working with the epoxy, it's weird because as I can see right now, there is no bubbles, but after a couple minutes or so, then I can see the bubbles come out again, like over here. You can see that big bubble. That means there is a lot of more. That means because the epoxy, it's really heavy, and he's looking to go underneath of any hole or gap. As you can see on this gap, it's already gone, and it was full of epoxy. So that's what I mean. Then you're gonna have to come back again with the epoxy, and I'm gonna do like a little line. That way all that gap is gonna be full fill with the epoxy, but still there is so many bubbles over here. There is some of them over here. I can see all this line, it's already filled. There is like a little hole over here. That means it was an imperfection on the wood, and now it's already full filled with the epoxy, and you can see the line from the wood on this side, but in this side the wood is really different. There is like a different shape, and this wood comes from the garbage. Sounds weird, or maybe it's gonna sound weird for some people, but a lot of the times you can do a lot of things with garbage wood. See, all the bubbles are gone again. They're gone. As soon as you pass the torch, then the bubbles are just disappear. So it's gonna take some minutes to get this done. Maybe another 5 minutes, I think. And still, after I leave it, and maybe tomorrow I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna see some of those holes again. But it looks really nice. I like it how it looks. I hope I didn't put too much color. The other two pieces that I made are already assembled together to make it like a L. One of them are gonna be one of the legs of the table. The other side is gonna be with a frame in the front, and this side that I'm doing right now is gonna be on top of that table on one side. So which means that this part that I'm doing right now is gonna be the first area where the river comes down from mountains or something like that, and then goes on the table and then goes on the leg. So are gonna be three parts of these epoxy pieces, and it's pretty amazing. I hope you like this video. I hope you can use it as reference. Maybe you can do better than me. You don't have to do something spectacular because you're gonna sand all the area with different grids, and what I'm gonna do on these pieces, I'm gonna sand it really nice with 80 grit, 120, 150, 180, and then I'm gonna seal. I'm not gonna put any color on the wood because the wood is really beautiful, so I don't wanna take the look. I'm just gonna clear coat with a glass automotive clear coat to make it look shiny. I'm not gonna polish it because you can polish it, but I'm not gonna polish it. I'm just gonna do the clear coat, and I think that's it. I'm gonna stop the video right here. If you have any questions, and you can feel free to send me a message. I'm on California. I'm gonna leave my phone number if you need any information, and my phone number is 707-694-3292. My name is Hugo, and my phone number again is 707-694-3292. Thank you.